Good evening. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming back. We're in for a real treat tonight. Let's just see if we can invite. Right. I've sent an invite. We have got a very special guest this evening, and we are really, really privileged. Good evening. Hello, Endo.
Hi, great to see you
Hello,
again.
welcome. Thank you
You for
very,
inviting
very
me.
much for joining us.
No, my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. I much appreciate it.
Can I just introduce you to our listeners? This is Endo, Kazutoshi from Endo at the Rotunda up in White City, which was a restaurant that opened about 2 years ago, a year ago, half ago.
No, 1 year.
1 year, okay, 1 year ago. And he just blew London away with his sushi. He had, the reviewers say, this is by far the best meal I have ever eaten in the last 20 years reviewing a restaurant. Another reviewer, this was a first, gave him 12 out of 10. That's never been done before, I have to say. And it's a very, very special place. And we are so privileged to have you. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So tell me about, you grew up in Japan, south of Tokyo?
No, I born in Yokohama.
Yeah.
The Yokohama is like from Tokyo. It's just 20 minutes underground, like a night bridge to Hammersmith. It's very close.
It's very close. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And you were a third generation sushi master.
Yes. So my grandpa opened a sushi bar in 1940. They also, my father take over my grandpa is a family business. Then my young brother as well. They all is too much, but all sushi chef.
Okay, and you were inspired by your grandfather, and you loved the way that he cut things and moved the rice.
My grandpa also, my father is very like a classic way, the mentality, meaning so very classic. That's why they doesn't want touch anything. I'm decided I'm joining the team. That for example, I was child, also high school student. They don't want involve anything. That's why so many people say I study from my father. I have to the family business because I never touch anything.
Oh, okay. So you weren't involved because you went to university.
Yes,
and did sports science.
Exactly. So I have a master. Also, I got a teacher's license, junior high school and high school. That's why after graduation university, I really thinking because the sushi chef is I watching all the time since I'm born there. So how like hard job. My father is always no much sleeping every morning, wake up very early to go to fish market. So I'm thinking because I have a license, also teacher's license. That's why I'm thinking about which one is good for me. But finally, this is my destiny. It's no choice.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear. But before your destiny kicked in, you also were a punk and traveled around Japan with a rock and roll band. I love this.
So I was
I've made you blush.
14, 15 years old is, maybe my age is like a 60, 70% is kids love like the music and band. So specialty, I really love the British rock, British punk rock. Then I go to Tokyo, I buy this first CD is Sex Pistols. Then I listen to the Sex Pistols, wow. Then my mom is complaining that she don't know anything about what is singing about it. But she say, don't listen to it anymore. this is not good for you. I don't know, but still, like, I'm 15 years old. Oh, my parents said no, but I really more and more and more, something like that. That's also I play to guitar or something with my friend. This is my starting like a touch to like rock and roll.
Okay. But then, so after university and your calling was to be a sushi master, you
Exactly.
started working in other restaurants, but not
Yes.
your family
So
restaurant.
my father want as well. It's my mom as well, also as well. Yeah, I'm starting sushi chef. I don't know. I don't know anything. Fish, I don't know. Seaweed, rice, I don't know completely. There, I'm starting the life of the sushi chef. It's after university. Yes, 22 years old.
And it's a 10-year journey, isn't it? Or did you do
Mm,
it faster than that?
basically, many people say my master say at least 10 years, but 10 years is like a kind of journey of the target. But most important things in the beginning, couple 3 years. In the beginning, the 3 years is very important how to approach to the job, because sushi
Okay.
chef is very important. Is we serve to hand. Maybe it's my style. That's why it's most important thing. We have to understand it what they want. They also that's why so my like starting chef. I wake up 5:30 in the morning. My job is fast. I'm making the tea for my master. So he never say good. The meaning that I lead what he want. Today is raining. Today is sunny day. Something like that. That now 10 years later, everything understanding. That's maybe journey is my target journey is 10 years. It's like a period after that.
It's a complicated journey, isn't it, to get to
To be
become
honest,
an
to be
itame?
honest, first 3 years, I just stress, just stress.
Really?
So now everybody has a mobile phone. It's iPhone. It's something like that. 25 years ago, no mobile, no day off, no TV, just boring. Month is I'm
Hard
young.
work.
That's like, oh, we don't know anything. Just work, 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 work. But
And your work in the beginning is you have to wash up, clear up, predict what they
yeah,
want.
exactly. So maybe you imagine it exactly same. Washing the restaurant. That's why I'm good cleaner.
Come to my
Yeah,
house, please.
yeah.
But then after that, so you got your colors, let's say, so you became an itame, is that
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
And then you see, we don't understand it here. So that's why I've been trying to get to the bottom. We don't understand the whole process of the hard work you go through. But then in 2007, you joined the Zuma group
Yeah,
and you opened globally for them. You led the sushi team and you
exactly.
opened 8 restaurants for them globally.
Exactly. So starting Zuma Hong Kong until Zuma New York. So I joined my ex-boss and I work together to design for the menu, training head sushi chef. This is like a great opportunity for me as well. That time, so I'm starting that time 32, 3 years old. The great opportunity.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate it. That time, zero English. Now, little bit better than before, but everybody try to what do you say, so I want like that, I want like that. So everybody, I much appreciate everybody try to understanding my English.
And tell me, the team at Zuma, were
Yeah,
they international or did they all come from Japan?
no, international.
Oh, really?
But my ex-boss, he used to be working 10 years in Tokyo. That's why
Yeah.
he knows the Japanese culture, also the touch of the Japanese touch. That's why I really appreciate work together with him, that he knows. Then also he gives a lot of responsibility to me. That's why I'm not too like this. I just more freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that develop menu as well. that I much appreciate it. So.
But was it quite hard for you, having come from a very strict Japanese sushi training, to then be training international youngsters
Yeah.
who maybe didn't have the same Japanese respect and touch?
For my opinion, there's no important nationality. The how more that like more hungry. It's like mean more they want how to work.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is heart to passion.
And they were keen to learn from you.
I think so. Always, I'm seeing I open my restaurant as well, Zoom as well. I'm tons of people I do interview, but always I'm choosing passion and I is barely fire inside fire, something like that. That's why no need for me, no need some experience where you working in before. That's no important for me.
Okay, you can train them if they've got the passion and fire and the willingness.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But,
and so did you run?
Yes?
Sorry, go on. No, you
go ahead.
Did you run the Zuma Sushi Bar here in London?
Yeah, it's now I don't know how much still my students there, but yeah, I set up again as well.
Because that was amazing.
I teaching,
yeah, and they used to make all their own tofu there as well, didn't they?
Yeah, the kitchen side is I know much touch. My responsibility is all sushi counter, sushi dish is the sushi, nigiri, and maki, and sashimi, these kind of things.
Okay. And so you yearned for your own restaurant the years you were, the latter years of working at Zuma. And so you obviously had an opportunity, and then you were able to open Endo at Rotunda.
Yeah.
And you must have planned that for a couple of years, a year?
Okay, so basically before I leave, I have to more plan to after I leave to Zuma. But I'm no plan. My wife is quite upset to me. What we doing? Something like that. Then, but my strongest point, I'm meeting fishermen from Cornwall. That's my great. They give me great opportunity. So before how can I say? For example, I work in this industry in London long time already, 10 years. But before, I believe I understanding everything. But in this country, it's still a lot of great products comes up. They also, how can I say? That's why. So I'm meeting fishermen.
Yes.
Then I'm starting. So I develop by myself. Then, I'm Japanese, very quite common Japanese. That's why I need all single detail. I need to more develop. That's why I need takes time 2-3 years. So fish as well, vegetable as well, lamb, rice, everything I try to do using the English produce. I try to do that. That's why I can't do 1 year because I don't know how many fishermen this country, more than over 100 fishermen. Yeah, that's why. So 2-3 I'm lucky because 2 years I opened a restaurant. But anyway, so that's why I takes time a lot.
Yeah. And did you know immediately that you wanted to do the omakase method? Which is the method where you choose the menu and it's like an 18-course menu that people have, and it's the chef's menu, basically.
Yeah, the menu as well. So it depends is what they bring to me. The chef's choice is omakase is trust chef.
Yes.
That's why. So I decided, but before I make story, so fisherman, farmer, they bring to me. I touch a little bit. I bring to the guest. That one is very important. That's why every day, my manager as well always nervous. And when give me to menu tonight. Sometimes 6 o'clock I'm starting, but sometimes 5:30 I decided the menu. So, but fun. But also, I really want to I deliver it to story to the guests. It's
Yeah.
a fisherman's story, the farmer's story, my story as well.
Well, I love it because I have to say I was lucky enough to go and eat there, and it was
Thank you.
very,
Yeah.
very special.
Thank
And I love the passion that you have,
you.
and you're really keen on your produce and where it comes from, and you tell the story,
Exactly.
and everything is sort of listed. I was just looking at the menu from when we had, you've got tuna from Spain, oysters from Ireland, Cornish lamb and mackerel, spring onions from East Sussex, scallops from the Orkney Islands, eggs from Gloucestershire,
Yeah.
and so it goes on. Ceps from Somerset, enoki mushrooms from Denmark. It must be the best for Endo, otherwise he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
That is what you want, isn't it? Because you want to deliver
Exactly.
perfection. Because what you make, so Endo has this restaurant which only seats about 17, 16 people.
16 seat. Yes. 16, maximum 16 seat. Yes.
Yeah. And each course is prepared in front of you.
Yeah.
And he lovingly creates, touches, handles, and then passes it to you. And
Yeah.
even tells you to turn it over to put the fish against your
Exactly.
tongue
Yeah.
so you get the right flavors.
Exactly. So my opinion, the sushi is I make until my hand. This is 80%. Then after 20% is your hand on top, your top of the hand, or eat inside the mouth. That 20% completely finished my cooking. That's why my hand still cooking still. That's why sometimes I give to hand directly. Sometimes please eating. That's too complicated. Everybody or how to eat like that, But so this is my concept. Sometimes I put on the table. Sometimes give to hand. That's my reason. The
But
completely I
it's
want.
lovely because it's a theatre in front of us, and you love talking, and you're
Mm,
full of showmanship and skill and knowledge.
yeah,
So it's a different experience of how to eat that we're
yeah,
used to in England.
yeah. But so I starting 22 years old. I'm starting sushi chef. That time my salary is unfortunately not a lot. But I tried to go to a sushi restaurant in Tokyo, man, 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Then now it's a lot of nice restaurant, but looks like sapakura. Everybody each other understanding, laughing, the chef talking. Then no one say, chef, I need this, I need. No one say nothing. Chef knows.
Yeah.
They serve to guests. The guest is happy. That's like kind of environment. But I really want to return there. So I can't do 100% make happy everyone. That's why I need support from the guest. Guest for us make together, then happy. That's what I
Yeah.
really want.
Yeah, and we were all really happy, I have to
Oh,
say.
thank you very
Can I
much.
just ask you about the rice? Because I never realized that. I'm not a sushi master. My children know more about sushi than I do because I didn't grow up with it. But now every English child has the opportunity to eat sushi, not the
Mm.
quality of yours. But
Yeah.
you said you like the rice to be 28 degrees.
No, everything. So maybe you come to my restaurant, so you understand each. For example, at 18 courses, I make sushis 10 pieces, but 10 piece all different temperature rice. For
Ah,
example,
okay.
tuna is most highest temperature because tuna is inside a lot of fatty contents. That's why a little bit warmer is fatty contents like more come to melt. That's why each white fish, squid, it's everything different temperature. That's everybody surprising. Endo, I never eating warm rice. But this, who made decision to sushi have to cold rice?
Yeah.
So I really thinking about the fish as well. I dive in Cornwall once, 2 times. How much cold, how much salty percent, where come from this water, what they're eating, everything we have to calculate. For example, first I go to Cornwall, I'm jumping a fisherman's boat. Then I catch the sea bass. I open guts. Then guts, I open something, I watching like this. The fisherman is laughing to me. What are you doing? I'm checking what they're eating. Okay, Endo, if you know what eating, how to do that. So preparation. I put on salt is better, or marination vinegar is better. Everything I asking the product. That's why lulu is, nothing lulu. I make lulu too. I asking to product.
You take nothing for granted. You go on research for everything to check
Yeah,
out how you can make it the very best for your customers.
exactly. The Japanese word, my favorite word is shuhari. The shuhari is very important. Now I decided to look, but most important beginning of the standard. I have a standard. That's why I do something more different. That's why I'm very appreciated my master. He tried to push me to teaching so many things. That's why I have a base. The base that I follow that maybe 10 years. After I'm coming to question mark, why I still doing this? Then I starting develop by myself. That's never ending one. So this is like the journey of the sushi chef, I think.
And who was your master then? Was he back
My
in
master is
Japan?
now unfortunately is retired. He doesn't want to make sushi anymore. He said enough. Well, of course, he's the long journey, but I have a key person is two sushi chef. One is my father, one is him. So these two is very important for me. So many, he give me so many advice. No, they both, my father as well, never speak me, don't do this, don't do that. They show to the always they show me to front of me. That's why we have to think. Now, for example, later I explained to them my favorite book. The book as well, that used to be if now start learn to anything. Everybody watching YouTube or something. But if that time I'm learn, no choice. I trust my chef because I don't have a YouTube that time. Only just book or my master. But my master say, don't watching the recipe book. Always you watching the some like flower, the something you study to train to imagination. That he always say that's very important. It's in the beginning.
And you must find, because you're so sensitive to your produce, that it changes throughout the season and you have to adjust your recipes.
Yeah, that's why. So, but now talking about the base is very important. Recipe, this is very important. After 10 years later, I have to create by myself. That's very important. That's why book is very, in the beginning, it's very support me as well. So my master as well. But, that's my starting process to study the sushi.
Yeah. And tell me, have your parents been over and eaten at Endo at Rotunda?
Unfortunately, they doesn't like airplane.
Okay.
When I speak to my daughter, please push to my parents. Maybe, yeah, they say planning to last year, but now the situation is a little bit different. That's why I really wish all fixed. I invite to my parents as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they would be so proud because it's such an experience to get whisked up, and it's as if you're up in the clouds because you've got that beautiful sort of light. You look around for about 180, you've got views out across
Yeah.
London, and
Yeah.
it's a small private room. I love the bar,
Oh,
and the
thank you very much.
barman made the best cocktail. I love the way with a big piece of ice about this big, he chipped off a square, and
Yeah.
the ice is completely clear like glass.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's like a great but we are very lucky because great bartender. Also, they love to develop some like challenging. But
Yeah,
challenging meaning everything my team, everybody one word for the guest. That's very key. That's why we have to, for example, long hours working, everybody try to our best. That's very important for the guest.
yeah, yeah. And tell me about the piece of wood that you've got in the bar that's 200 years old. It's
Yes,
the
this is the Japanese that we call to the very hinoki. Hinoki
Hinoki.
is the Japanese cypress. That also a lot of story. So 200 years old, but they come from Japan is from temple, the one with the very famous temple in near Tokyo, there has a mountain behind the temple. That wood from there. So very like yeah.
It's blessed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we would say it's blessed. And
Yeah.
tell me about your hocho.
Hocho. Hocho is very, very important too. So I have a tuna knife. It's 40 centimeter. They're like maybe you see the long, very long knife as well. So many guests is surprising. 10 sushi chef, 10 piece of sushi. I using 10 a lot of changing knife always. That's why each fish that also I change the knife. They also I put on the like always knife. I put on a sign. That sign is not my name. My father's name. My head chef is the restaurant name. So always I'm not using knife. Like we work together. So like kind of like it's very mature. It's like we work together 20. Some of knife are using 25 years. Still maybe 20 years, maybe possible to use. So like
Gosh.
we have a buddy.
And tell me, what's your tip for sharpening your knives? Do you use a Japanese whetstone?
Yeah, no choice. Only this. I can't do like this, but only just stone. So that's good. So for example, the end of the day, so everybody, my stuff is out gone. Only me. I just don't sharp the knife. No sound, silent. 2 a.m.
Is
Like
this your
good.
meditation?
Exactly. Not only just sharp knife. So thinking today, the guest's faces comes up. What we do more fun next time. So what you do next week and tomorrow. That's a meditation. So that's good
Yeah.
for me.
And do you often get booked out, or have you been booked out for private parties for amazing people and they've taken over the whole counter?
Yeah.
You must
Yeah.
have had lots of fun and lots of stories, but I won't ask you because they're private.
Yeah, sometimes. So before open, I do many times, many country I go, not only just England. So there's so many guests. I speak Spanish. That's why I go to 1 year ago. That they invite me the private event. So I cooking for them. I explain to the Spanish. That's really fun.
Yeah, I bet. I bet that's really good fun. And just tell me, you're doing amazing work at the moment. So the other day you were cooking for Tokyo style maki rolls that you delivered to St Mary's Paddington. And then with the Berkeley Hotel, you did a 999 drive-through for key workers and London emergency services. And then you've also done bento boxes that you've been giving out, but you started up a delivery service and they've sold out for this month, haven't they?
So okay, so I give the story a little bit. So first, I really want to appreciate this country, especially I live in London. So London gives the opportunity for me. That's why now the situation is everybody tough. That's why I appreciate this London. That's why I do key worker and NHS. First, I make bento books for charity. Then so many guests contact me. Hey, why you only just doing NHS? Okay, just moment. Just then 1 month later, I'm ready. Then I starting bento books. But I really appreciate it. We did 250 books.
Gosh.
50 minutes sold out. So I really appreciate it. So everybody more, I just want to say, I'm almost crying. I really, really just appreciate it thank you for everyone.
But you know what also? Endo is not doing this for his own pocket. He's giving that to charity.
Exactly.
All the money from to Hospitality Action.
Exactly.
So everything you are doing at the moment is a gift to other people.
So now the situation is quite tough. That's why I just always thinking every day I'm a sushi chef, what I do in the best way now. That's it. That's why. So one is a charity. Of course, so many kind of hospitality business worker in this country. That's why we are shake hands and support each other. You know, always guests support me. That's why I have to do something to in this industry. That's my target.
Yeah. Someone's just asked how they can get a bento box. Will there be another run? Where is it they go to?
Yes, now, yes, my planning next month. That's why if we are ready, I will let you know for everyone. Please waiting a little bit.
Okay, we'll share it with everyone on the Cookbook Festival because I have to say we are really lucky. Now, Endo is a great friend of Yuka, who's on the committee of the Cookbook Festival, and you have never done an interview, have you?
No. So
this is my first. I love you even more.
Thank you very much. Because I'm very shy. That's why I really, my English.
Say
I don't
that
have
you're a showman behind your kitchen.
But that's why. So I know Yuka-san very well. That I respect her very much. That's why she contacted me. I'm very welcome to do that. I know you. That's why.
Yes, well, listen, I have to show you. This was my lovely menu from when we went and had a meal last June with our children.
I remember, of course.
Which was amazing. And they absolutely loved it. And my boys are massive eaters. And my husband and I were a little worried because we were having little delicate morsels and they're used to eating piles. But at the end of it, they said that was so delicious because they had to think about what they were eating. And I liked the fact you slowed their eating process down and made them think that they're eating Wagyu beef or they're eating tuna or they're eating mackerel instead of I'm just eating food, which is mostly what they like. But no,
they like we're sharing experience. Also fun. Dinner have to fun. I don't want to silent too much. Fun. Talking, question, we catch up, we make story together.
Yeah, I'm sure no two nights are the same. Someone's just asked, what does it take to get an internship with you when Rotunda opens?
Excuse me, say again? Sorry.
What does it take? How can they get an internship with you to train?
So yes. So we do. It's many things.
They just have to contact you and then you'll talk to them.
Some of the people working one day, he want to try. Yeah, why not? So I'm always open the door. Always. So internship. So I used to be one time I do event in Le Cordon Bleu in London.
Yeah.
They also some student contact me, Chef Endo, can I come to do something? Why not? Why not?
Yeah. And then if they don't have the passion and the color in their eyes, they'll go.
Absolutely.
That would be
their passion.
Yeah. Can you just tell us the secret of rice preparation?
That's very important, the rice. But my rice is from Japan, but that farmer is very, very premium farmer. They just look after only 3 sushi chefs in the world. So we using water, the cooking water, washing the rice water. Also I borrow from the same place. That rice grown enough to this water. I bring this water from Japan as well, the tank.
Gosh.
But I never give to my staff, don't drink, only just rice. Of course, drink is amazing flavor, but barely, just makes sense.
Yeah. It's for the rice. It's not. And do you steam it and then you wash it and you steam it and
that's a good
it?
question as well. So basically, at the sushi bar, they're cooking rice before open. But maybe you see, we cooking. If guests come into my restaurant, at least 2 hours stay in my restaurant. I cooking 2-3 times. I cooking sushi rice. I don't want to make always I serve to the al dente. I don't want to like a pasta. You don't want to eat in 1 hour before making the pasta. That's totally different. That's why so always I calculate it's what time, how long, the timing. It's a teamwork. So we cooking 2-3 times per service. That's So everybody supplied in pan for the guests. Of course, no choice.
Gosh. And do you get any days off?
Good question. Yes, but only Saturday night. You know, I'm starting. I open the restaurant. I really love drink, but I'm not drinking anymore Monday to Saturday. The meaning,
Okay.
Monday to Saturday, I'm zero alcohol. Zero. Then Saturday after finish to work is my time. Then I all staff stay to restaurant. Everybody drinking. Then we talk this week this, next week that. Endo-san, we have more idea. We chatting. That's fun. That's maybe my day off, I think. Yeah.
That's really nice to do that. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
Now, just tell me, have you got a favorite book or a film?
Okay, so this book I buy long time ago before I come to Europe. So my first career is Europe, is Spain, but I buy this book.
Okay, you'll have to read it out because it's all back to front.
Oh, this is front.
No, it doesn't work. It's like a mirror. You know when you look in a mirror, Endo.
Like
it doesn't work. It's like
sorry.
It's all back to front.
Sorry. I'm sorry about it.
That's okay.
Michel Brass, and a French chef. So this is like a gargouille. It's very. He's like a more the signature dish. That like a old vegetable, like a looks like a vegetable carpaccio. He doing long time ago. So of course he the Michelin star restaurant, but I meet this book is a nearly 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. That's amazing book. But this writing French. I can't read anything. But so long, yeah, so I'm Japanese, but that time
I love it.
I watching to like a photo. That's amazing. The balance, coloring, that for me is great.
You get inspiration from the photography of the food.
Exactly. They also the cinema. You know, Bond is like that he get the 2-star chef. The movie. The couple of years ago, yeah, that's crazy. But chef life is crazy always. I saw many crazy chefs in my experience, but this is like a little bit understanding what he's like a heart is what he's thinking. I really some of the things I really agree.
Okay, it's old school chef, not the new
he's
school.
old school, but it's around to him is a new generation. So many new technique, but he cannot accept. But little by little, he accept. Also, he opened mind as well. So that story is amazing.
Oh, that sounds really good. I'm going to look into that. Definitely. And where do you get your staff from? Through word of mouth?
Staff?
Where do you get your staff for Endo?
So I used to be, I work in Zuma. That's why many chefs from Zuma. One that's from Zuma Dubai. One that's from Zuma Miami. There's Zuma London as well. But already I speak to my ex-boss. So people open bar, they say no problem, and also that much appreciate as well. They also the one with the guy that he used to be working the 2 years in Kyoto kaiseki restaurant. Then he tried to study to sushi. That's why he come over to me. Then so only I take from Zuma and the street. The other old staff is they come to me. Just like they call me, they text me, Endo-san, you need stuff. I will meet you. That watching that they have a passion. That's why let's do work. That's it.
That's amazing. Listen, it's been absolutely brilliant talking to you, and thank you so much for the privilege. We are really privileged, and we've learned so much about your lovely restaurant. And thank you for all the good work you're doing for the key line workers. That's very generous of you. And I hope it all gets better and we can all go back to your restaurant
Yes.
and many other restaurants as well
Yeah.
around the world because they're all suffering at the moment.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much
No,
indeed. And
thank you very much.
tomorrow,
Thank you for talking to me. So the great
thank
time too.
you.
Yeah.
You've been
Thank you very much.
brilliant. Thank you. And tomorrow
Thank
we're
you.
joined by the fantastic Rupa Golti, who has
Hmm?
written the Indian World Vegetarian book. So
Wow.
join us
Yeah.
to meet Rupa, who's been writing for a long time, and she does a lot of talking on the radio and various things like that. She's an
That's
expert on
amazing.
Indian food, which will be
Okay.
great. So brilliant. But Endo, thank you very much, and
Oh,
you've been
thank you very
utterly
much.
charming. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.